Hola a todos y bienvenidos a nuestro primer episodio de podcast. Hoy estaremos hablando con Honey, una sudafricana viviendo en Costa Rica. Ella nos contará sobre su experiencia en el país, sobre el choque cultural que ha tenido y sobre lo que extraña de su país de origen, Sudáfrica. Iniciamos. Welcome everyone to today's episode. Today we have a very special guest from South Africa, Honey Gani. Did I pronounce it well?
100%.
Well, Honey, thank you very much for being here. It's really a pleasure to have you here, right?
It's a pleasure for me to be here as well.
Well, Honey, first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself and where exactly from South Africa you are coming from.
I'm from Johannesburg. We call it Joburg, and it's actually known as the City of Gold.
Mm-hmm.
About myself, I come from a really large family. My dad is one of 9 children. My mom is one of 7. So I have like 350 cousins, aunties, uncles, nieces, nephews.
Really? Okay, and I heard that in South Africa there are several languages, right? How many languages are there?
We have 11 official languages spoken, plus sign language is also official, so that makes it 12 languages.
Do you speak all of them?
No, I wish. I do speak 2 languages though, so English and Afrikaans. Afrikaans is because of my mom. My mom is her first language and English is her second language. Whereas my dad, he actually spoke 6 of our languages.
6 languages?
Yes. Although with South African slang, like with any country, you pick up odd words that mean different things. Like, you know, we say awe, and that's like hello, how's it, how are you kind of thing.
Well, and I have noticed that your accent is not like the American accent, right? Okay, so what kind of accent is that? It's just from South Africa or it's coming from British?
Well, there's a big British influence because of colonization. So in our schools, we taught British English, but with a little South African twang, as we call it.
Okay, great, excellent. Okay, and I would like to know, how long have you been living here in Costa Rica?
November will be 2 years.
2 years?
Yes, I'm quite excited about that. It's been an amazing almost 2 years, so 23 months almost, and it's been a wonderful experience.
And why did you decide to come to this country? What did call your attention about Costa Rica?
So for me, Costa Rica is actually one of my bucket list items. I try and do milestone travels for all my birthdays. And for my 50th, I decided Costa Rica or Cambodia. And Costa Rica won. I think for me, the intriguing thing was that you have no military. There's no army here. And also all the biodiversity that you have. That is very important to me because I consider myself an earth warrior.
Okay.
All about conservation and nature.
Is Costa Rica what you imagine, or you had different expectations about this country?
I never come into a country with expectations. I expected the beautiful nature. I expected the amazing culture to be like really rich. I expected the people to be welcoming. I mean, if there's sunshine and it's tropical, 10 to 1, the people are going to be amazing. But there've been some surprises as well, but mostly good surprises.
Okay, great. And what surprised you the most about Costa Rica or the Costa Rican people?
I think the fact that Costa Rica works on its own time. Really, like, I'm a very punctual person. And usually when people say, hey, let's meet at this time, I'm there 10 minutes early. And then I like wait. And it's like, there's African time, but then there's Costa Rican time. That's different.
Okay. So the Costa Rican time is something that you have to adapt or get used to, right?
Yes, but I think it's a good thing. I think it's a really good thing. I come from a background of hustle bustle, like really fast-paced life. Johannesburg is one of the busiest cities from a career perspective. Most people in South Africa move to Johannesburg for work prospects. And I worked in the corporate industry and it was just work, travel, and chasing deadlines. And when I came here, I learned to stop and take a breath. I learned to stop and watch the butterflies or enjoy the sun. So it has been a good experience.
Okay. How can you describe your first week in Costa Rica? Any funny or unexpected experience?
Yes, my first week was very busy actually. I spent time in San Jose. That was a serious culture shock. And I kept on having to adjust my thinking from South African rand, which is our currency, to colones. And I just thought to myself, I'm not even going to try and calculate anymore. And then I did a lot of experiences. I went to a coffee plantation for a tour, sugarcane plantation. At the coffee plantation, it was raining, and I'm very conscious of, cleanliness and things like that. And I thought, oh God, I've made their place dirty. And I found a broom and I started sweeping. And the man is saying to me, tranquila, tranquila. And I'm like, no, I mess. I went to an animal sanctuary as well my first week here. Stories were really sad. I started crying. I left the tour halfway, went to the parking lot and phoned my brother in South Africa for comfort. So it was a good one. I also went to a tamale cooking class.
Really?
Yes, it's a lot of work.
Did you learn how to cook a tamale?
It's a lot of work. I don't think I can do it for myself.
Do you have something similar in South Africa, what we call a tamale here?
Not quite tamale. I mean, we do have corn, but we make our corn in a different way. We call it pap, and it's like our rice. So instead of having rice every day, people would have pap, and they would have it with eggs or chakalaka or with what we call dried meat, you would call grilled or barbecue meat type of thing. So different experiences, but not exactly the same cooking style.
And what do you do in Costa Rica for a living?
For me?
Yeah.
For a living?
For a living, yeah.
I'm a teacher.
Okay, so you teach.
Yes.
Okay, so what do you teach?
I teach English as a second language.
Okay, good. Excellent. Do you have many students?
I do, and it's been, I think, one of the most rewarding experiences of my life. They're just so keen to learn, and I'm just so happy to give and share with them as well. They're open to receiving, and I think that makes my experience more worthwhile. Yeah.
Well, so you have been living in Costa Rica for 2 years. So, how's your Spanish doing?
My Spanish is really sad.
Okay, why?
I think I can honestly say 90% of the people I've met speak English. It doesn't matter if it's an Uber driver or in the supermarket or even the farrier. I found people who speak English.
But what about if you have to go to a drugstore or you have to go to any supermarket or if you have to visit a doctor? Okay, you need to learn some Spanish, right? Google
helps a little bit, and it helps to have really, really good friends. I mean, Stephanie has pretty much been my translator. When I'm buying plants or looking for something unusual, she's always by my side.
Okay. What are some words in Spanish that you have learned?
Mostly vegetable names.
Okay. So you are vegetarian?
I'm vegetarian, yes.
Okay, so when you go to the supermarket, okay.
I mostly go to the farrier.
Really? To the farmers?
Yes, it's my greatest joy.
Where is the farmers located? The farmers farm located?
I go to the one in San Ramon. It's not far from my home. It's about a 10-minute walk. And literally, I have one person just for onions, one for tomatoes, one for pineapple, a separate person for watermelon, a mango person, a carrot person. I have one for everything. And the thing is, because I've been going there like almost 2 years, I've become friends with them. So they're really, really lovely people, and they try to speak English. I try and speak Spanish, but we get through. Okay.
And it's cheaper, I think, than going to a supermarket.
I think some products are more or less the same, like blueberries. Blueberries are ridiculously priced here. But everything else, some of them are a little bit cheaper. But I think from a quality perspective, I prefer the farmer's market.
Okay. And talking about that, the cost of life, do you think that the cost of life in Costa Rica is higher than the cost of life in South Africa?
Very much so. For 1 cup of coffee that I would pay here, I could buy 4 coffees in South Africa.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so we are an expensive country.
A little bit on the expensive side, yes.
Okay, yeah, I have heard about that from different people, that we are an expensive country. And what are some things that you really enjoy about living in Costa Rica?
I think everything, really. I haven't found a negative yet. The people that I meet are amazing. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's the security guard at the Ola Ola restaurant, or the bus driver to get here every day for work. Everybody's really pleasant, and I love that. I'm a people person, and I think I resonate that and I accept that.
Okay. Is there something in Costa Rican culture that you admire or connect with?
Yes, there's quite a few things, but one of the things that stands out, I think, is the respect for the elderly.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I love that you still, like in South Africa, we do the same. We keep our elderly with us. They don't get shipped off to old age homes and things like that. I speak to a lot of my students and they tell me about grandparents still living in their homes and things like that. I think that's a beautiful thing for me.
Okay, great. And do you have any favorite place in Costa Rica to visit?
No favorite places. For me, it's all about connections. Like I love San Ramon where I live. The climate there is perfect for me. But I also have great attachment to Palmares.
Mm-hmm.
And San Jose, in the beginning, I wasn't keen on it. But then I did a walking tour and I discovered a lot about it and the parks. And I went to museums and things like that. It really opened up my perspective. So I think we all need to have really an open mind anywhere we go and don't. Because a lot of locals said to me, oh, stay away from San Jose. Mm-hmm. But then I went, I did the tour, and it was like, no, there's something to discover here as well.
But have you had a chance to go to volcanoes, beaches, national parks?
Beaches, yes. Mm-hmm. Volcanoes, not here. I went to Nicaragua. Mm-hmm. No nature reserves yet, but I'm hoping to do that. I still have time.
Okay. So you haven't had the time?
No. Just from a timing perspective, no.
Okay, very good. And what is your favorite Costa Rican food or drink?
For me, the most interesting thing was the tamarind. You drink tamarind here. In South Africa, we cook with it. And we make sauces with it, and we have candy with tamarind. Mm-hmm. So to be able to drink it was a new experience and a welcome experience. I really like that.
What is something that you tasted or drunk for the first time here in Costa Rica that you had never drunk or eaten before?
Chocolate habaneros.
Oh, really?
Chocolate habaneros. What? It was lovely. It was a gift from one of my students. Her dad's a chef. And she said, teacher, you have to try this. And it was amazing.
Okay, good. Mm-hmm. Have you had any cultural shock here with the Costa Rican culture?
No, I think the only thing is the time. Mm-hmm. But otherwise, everything has been amazing. Really, mm-hmm. Nothing. I've traveled a lot. For the better part of, I'd say 50% of my adult life, or my whole adult life, I've been traveling. And I always go to a country with no expectations because I want to be surprised. I want everything to be a great experience, everything to be a wow moment. And I've had no negatives, no negatives.
Is there something in Costa Rica that is totally different from South Africa?
The food. South African flavor is very, I guess, robust is the word to describe it. It's very bold from a flavor perspective, whereas Costa Rican food is more gentle. Mm-hmm. It's more easy on the palate, where South Africa is like just flavor.
What about animals? Because in South Africa, we can see lions, elephants, giraffes. But here we have some other kind of animals, right?
Yes, we have sloths, which are adorable.
2 9
THD03
T
HD0.
So you like sloth?
Yes, they're gorgeous. And I've seen like a lot of parrots that just fly around freely, whereas in South Africa, you've got to pay a lot of money to own a parrot. Mm-hmm. I think that's quite cute as well. And just an abundance of butterflies for some reason. I always see lots and lots of butterflies.
Have you ever been in a safari in South Africa?
Numerous.
Uh-huh.
Numerous. We have, speech aids, right? And one of the questions is, what do you do if you encounter a lion in the jungle? And I always say to my students, you don't climb a tree, because on safari, I've seen a lion carrying a zebra in its mouth up a tree. And definitely been on many safaris. And I've had many students say, oh, I want to go on a safari. And I'm like, yes, you can.
Okay. And where have you seen the sloth here in Costa Rica? In refugees or national parks?
No, I saw it on the beach in Liberia.
Mhm.
It was just in a tree. I was sitting having an ice cream and there was a sloth in the tree.
Okay, good. Excellent. Okay, so we identify a lot with the sloth. We are not lazy, okay? Okay, but we are trying to take life easier.
Yes. I've been told that might be my spirit animal.
How the Costa Ricans communicate compared to the people back home?
I think Costa Ricans are a lot more indirect, where South Africans are very direct and straightforward, almost abrupt sometimes. But both are friendly people. I have to say that I found that South Africans smile a little more.
So what do you mean? So it means, for example, that if you have to say no, you just say no.
Yes.
You go straight to the point. We go just around the bushes, right? We say
Yes.
no because of this, okay, but maybe or perhaps or something like that.
But it's okay because I think it's good manners, right?
Well, we don't try to be rude, right? Okay. But you go straight to the point. If you say no, it's just no. Okay? Good. Excellent. It was difficult for you to adapt to the pura vida lifestyle?
Yes. It took me a while, probably 6 months. 6 months to adjust. Because
Why?
I think that fast pace is so ingrained in you, right? It's just like, I have to go here, I have to go there, and it's like you already scheduled. Even your personal life is scheduled on a calendar. And when I got here, I didn't have to do a combined schedule, like this is work, this is personal life, and where do I have the gaps? It's like, I will make the time. I will do it at my own pace.
What is something, I would say, what is a habit that you have adopted from the Costa Rican culture?
100% pura vida.
Okay? To take life easier?
Yes. Take a moment, breathe, smile, catch your breath.
And what is something from your culture that you still keep?
I think from my culture, we call it Ubuntu. It's I am because we are. It's a big community thing. And it stretches to anything. It could be, it's funny enough, I was talking about this with a student the other day. They asked me about our cultural stuff. And I said, like, whether you're having a wedding or funeral or just a casual get together, people just show up, right? They're not on your guest list. You weren't counting them in terms of catering or anything, but people show up. If you're having a funeral, people open up their homes and they say, use my space. So that's something from South Africa I don't think I'd ever let go.
Now, be honest. What is something about Costa Rica, Costa Rican people, or Costa Rican culture that you dislike?
Nothing.
Oh, come on.
I swear.
There must be something that you should say.
There's nothing.
Well, as a Costa Rican, I can tell you many things that I don't like about my culture, but I would like to hear from you something that you say, oh my God, this is something that I really dislike.
No? Nothing.
Not even the streets, not even pollution in San Jose.
No, because that's how they live and I need to be open and accepting of their ways. It's not my place to judge or criticize.
Oh, you are very kind, honey. You are very kind. Anyway, well, so you like everything about Costa Rica, okay? There is nothing that you dislike.
Nothing that I dislike, and that's probably why I'm staying longer.
So are you planning to stay longer?
Yes.
How long?
I have no idea. I'm just following my mind and my heart at the moment.
Okay, so you are not married, you don't have kids, you don't have boyfriend?
In South Africa.
Oh, you have?
Yes, she's 28.
28.
Yeah.
Okay, is she planning to come here? Okay.
I hope so. I hope so. I
Okay.
did tell her she needs to save a lot of money. The cost of living here is different.
Okay, so that's my next question. What do you miss about South Africa besides, okay, your kid?
Milk tart. Milk tart is like a dessert made from milk and cinnamon, and you can either have it baked or as a fridge dessert. And for me, that is just my childhood, my grandmother. I can picture myself sitting in my grandmother's kitchen and she makes the milk tart. But on a weekly basis, from a food perspective, it changes. Like this week, I could be craving bunny chow, and no, it's not rabbits. We don't eat rabbits.
Okay.
Or the next week, it could be chakalaka and pap, or it could be anything, Buddha boinkies. It varies.
So, and why don't you prepare that dessert here in Costa Rica?
You don't have all the ingredients, but I do try and adapt recipes. And Steph and Gloriana, in fact, are my guinea pigs. And I said, taste this. Is it okay? They're alive, so it's good.
Okay, no, that's good. Okay, and why can't you get the ingredients here? Because they are just produced in South Africa?
No, I'm not sure. I mean, like from a lentils perspective, some of the lentils you don't have, but Panama has them. So it could just be your government regulations on product.
So it's very difficult to get those ingredients here.
Yes.
Okay, what is something people in Costa Rica should know about South Africa that they don't know?
Okay.
Or
So-
is there any stereotype about South Africa? What kind of stereotypes?
Okay, there are no lions walking the streets. I don't have an elephant in my
I
backyard.
always imagine that I woke up, okay, and I could see in my window a lion or a giraffe.
Well, that's what Steph said to me. She said, if I come to South Africa and I don't see an elephant or a lion in the street, I'm going to be very disappointed. But no, we have something called nature reserves, and it's where animals have the freedom to live as they're supposed to. They hunt their own food and live or die by their own steam, so to speak. But one thing I think people just automatically assume it's only safari in South Africa. But South Africa is very diverse and very rich from a cultural perspective. And for us, we don't just accept that you're different, we celebrate that you're different. So I want people to take that South Africa is a beautiful culture. And I mean, not many people would have heard, but Desmond Tutu, who was a great man, he once said South Africa is the rainbow nation. And for me, I want people to see that us, we are the rainbow nation. Yeah,
maybe we have seen so many times the movie The Lion King that we think that all kind of animals are everywhere in South Africa, right?
Yes, I wish.
No, actually, I am telling you this because I have seen videos in which you are in a restaurant with the windows open and suddenly a giraffe comes, okay?
That's Kenya.
Oh, that's Kenya. But it's part of Africa, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So different parts of Africa, you can have different animal experiences. Like you can even do a safari by hot air balloon, which is a fantastic experience and I recommend it.
Wow, so it's not true that if I am having my breakfast in a restaurant in South Africa, another thing is going to take the coffee pot and serve the coffee inside my cup. No, so that is not going to happen.
I'm sorry, you're going to be really disappointed.
Okay, well, no problem. Okay, no problem. How has living in Costa Rica changed you as a person?
I think I've learned patience. I've learned to find joy for myself and not just serving other people. Because I've always put everyone else first, but now I'm putting myself first as well. It's just, I guess, the Pura Vida thing. It's a whole lifestyle, right? It's not just a statement. And that's, I think I've embraced that.
And are there more South Africans living in Costa Rica that you know?
In my time, I've only met 3. I know one in Torre Alba, one in Santa Ana, where you've got to take the ferry to get there, and one in San Jose.
Okay, so do you communicate with them?
I do. We stay in touch by WhatsApp, or if one of them is going home, they'll say, hey, I'm going home. Do you want anything?
But there is not like a Facebook group that is that. It says South Africans.
No, I don't think for the 4 of us, they would be a group.
Okay. So I forgot to ask you that besides Costa Rica, where have you gone? Which other countries have you visited?
In terms of Central America?
No, in general.
In general? Oh, wow. So I've been to probably 70% of Europe. I've been to most of Europe. I've done some Asia travel, a lot of Africa as well. But this is my first time this side of the world.
Okay. Have you been in the US?
No, can't say that I'm keen to from a culture perspective. Nothing is attractive or pulling me to it.
Mexico? No.
Mexico, I would love to, but I need a visa and it's quite a lengthy process.
For South Africans, you need a visa?
Yes, I hope that changes soon.
Oh, I didn't know that. And what about Central America?
I think I can get into 70% of the countries without a visa. So I've been to Nicaragua a few times, different tours, different areas that I wanted to see. And I've been to Panama as well twice, which has been a lovely experience.
Where in Panama have you been?
Bocas del Toro.
Boca del Toro.
Yes, with friends that I work with, and a friend from Bolivia.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Excellent. Do you like the experience?
It was fantastic. Different food experience, different culture experience, but very similar to the Pura Vida lifestyle.
Have you found similarities and differences in every country in Central America?
Yes, I think the food in Nicaragua is very similar to the food in Costa Rica. Although there's slight flavor differences with the, how do you call it, the pico de gallo?
Really?
Yes. And then the cheese is prepared differently. For some reason, when they fry the breakfast cheese, I can't remember the name. Yeah, so that's slightly different.
What kind of advice could you give to someone who is going to visit Costa Rica for the first time?
I would say be open to every experience and have the courage to have the adventure of your life.
If you could describe your experience here in this country in one word, what word would you use?
Gratitude. Gratitude. Costa Rica has given me back myself.
Oh, that's very nice. That's very nice. Okay, honey, anything else that you would like to say?
I would say Costa Rica has been a blessing for me, and I'm sure it's going to be a blessing for a lot of other people. From a culture perspective, so rich. From a nature perspective, just as rich. And just everything about it is welcoming and inviting, and I guess it envelopes you, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it does. So come to Costa Rica.
Well, honey, it was a pleasure to have you here. We hope you can be here for a long time, right? Thank you very much for saying so many good things about this country, okay?
But it's the truth.
And I wish I could go to South Africa someday. I would like to see lions and giraffes.
Not in the street.
Not in the street, not in the street, but in the wild, okay?
Yes.
That's the most important thing, okay?
That dream comes true for you.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And thank you for being in our episode. And I will see you in the next one, right? Thank you very much.